Hey YouTube, this is Darth Nemos, and I'm commentating an Empire Total War online battle video. This is a 2 vs 1 video. The reason why it's 2 vs 1 is because our opponent, Lord Cannon, has a huge advantage over us with the mountain. So my teammate, Localwarlordwithin, is the French, and I'm over here with the Russians. So we'll sort out my army first. Regiment of Horse and Household Cavalry in this flank, 1 hand mortar company, 7 units of line infantry, and 5 units of riflemen, 1 general's bodyguard, 1 line infantry, 3 24-pounder artillery, and 1 regiment of horse. We played a battle before this, but we chose to rematch, so that's why we got it. So over my partner, Localwarlordwithin, he's got 3 units of Tyrol Laws and some artillery, cuirassiers and line infantry there. Line infantry, 4 units of line infantry there. Infantry Vukes here, 3 units of those, whatever they're called. A general's bodyguard unit, cuirassiers. I'm not sure where the cavalry went. No, not sure where they went. I'm not sure, but I moved my regiment of horse and household cavalry to assist over here. So setting up the battle. And if you look over here, it's a huge advantage if you're defending. Before this battle, he deployed up here. It was a good defense, but we managed to flank him. So this battle was very close. So he's got 1 unit of bear-like Janissary musketeers, hand mortar companies, 2 of them, some more musketeers. I won't say the Turkish names. Musketeers. This is, I think, elite because they're these armed 1 credit rifles. There's 3 of them. Some 24-pounder foot artillery. Some general's bodyguard here. And I think he's got 4 units of the 24-pounders. So at this point I actually had a break because I had a headache, and when I came back I was very surprised at how much that changed in a short amount of time. So I don't move my army for a while, so we just go to my friend here. So he's currently moving his units up. That's where his general's bodyguard yet. So 3 cuirassiers and 1 general bodyguard. He moves his artillery out, but I think they get wiped out eventually. When I come back, I send these 2 units of cavalry up to help. So over here, he's just slowly walking up some of his army, the line infantry, and some Tyrol Laws. Okay, if we go over here, he's walking up. I think he wants to deploy on the steep edge of ground here, easy to defend. His artillery was at the back, the very back, and caused us a lot of trouble. So he's moving his line so it's easy to defend his artillery. I tried sneaking my cavalry through this gap here, but he closed it off when he saw my horses coming. So he's moving these hand mortar companies forward, and they look pretty weird with those tall hats. So now currently our cavalry charge, he wants to pull them back into, oh no, he wants to form a square. It's a bit late for that. So I come back from my break, and we talk a bit, and we decide to move forward quickly instead of waiting out for him to come down the hill. So I'm moving my army up in a straight line. I'll show you that in a future tactics video. I got one ready that will come tomorrow also. So my general's bodyguard. The battle before, I decided to leave my hand mortar company and my general's bodyguard behind. And I almost lost my whole army because I left them behind, but this time I'm bringing them up. Not that it makes much difference. So what my plan is to get my artillery up on this ridge here with 2 units of riflemen to defend. And already battle has started, and his cannons made quick work of some of my friend's cavalry. I get my cavalry back here and they haven't lost any men. He's currently sending in a group unit of heavily ranked hand mortar companies, and they're doing their job well. As you can see here, there's a massacre here, lots of cavalry, a few janissaries, and some of his musketeers are retreating. Up the hill, you can see his mortars firing, and plenty of stakes to defend them, so cavalry charges are useless. Tomorrow I'll release an hexagonal defense. I'll show you the full details tomorrow. It's quite easy to learn, and you have to master it, that's all. So here I bring up my army all in a line. I decided to move my regimental horse because I realized his artillery is really starting to kick in and annoy us. So what I'm planning to do is get my cavalry through this gap here and attack them. But these guys go across like this diagonal and you can't get through that, so bit of a disadvantage. Anyway, he starts firing at my men, and I'm already suffering casualties, minor casualties, but they'll soon take effect. At this point I have no one routing, while my friend's army is mass routing. But in the end, his army stays around while my army is completely routing. So I decided to not fire my artillery after a while, and after seeing them getting damaged a bit, I decided to bring them forward and attack the artillery myself with the artillery, but that fails. Okay, so here comes the cavalry. I have to split this video into several parts because it's so long. So they're coming forward. As you can see, he's positioning his troops to make sure my cavalry doesn't hit, and there we go. They stop. There's no way I can send them off there because the game forbids it. I try to get this cavalry group through, but smart enough, he sends his infantry to stop them as well. So here he's sending in a lot of musket fire, long rifle fire, and the two are also really biting the dust. So he's going to bring his line infantry forward. Now, no longer a straight line, my army approaches. I bulge it all here in the forest, don't ask me why. So I move my artillery up further, and yet it hasn't been touched, but it's doing well. He's now put his men